Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be taking a look at 7 of the best grocery store POS systems for you in your small business. So whether you are a grocery store, a market, a convenience store, that's what we're going to be taking a look at of the best point of sale systems that you can use for your retail establishment. Now, before we dive into things, of course, I do want to mention if you want to check out any of the companies mentioned here in today's video, you can go and check out those links linked down below in the video description, again, some of which are affiliate links, which is a great way to help out and support the channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the list of, again, the best POS systems for grocery stores or grocery store point of sale systems. So at that number one spot here, we actually have Square for retail. Now, Square does service a wide variety of different types of point of sale industry and credit card processing and really all different types of point of sale needs. They also service specifically groceries and convenience stores. So they have the technology, they also have the hardware focused around grocery stores, markets, and convenience stores within their retail POS business and what they can offer you. So as you can see here, the POS system serving grocery and convenience stores. So whether you help customers put food on the table, Square for Retail makes sure that your shelves are stocked and fresh inventory is accurate and checkout is fast. So they do offer inventory tracking systems. This is great for smaller businesses looking to get started, maybe getting off the ground. That's really where Square caters to most, just because they do also have a completely free plan that you can get started with completely for free. Now, if you do need some of the more advanced marketing skills and tools, then that will be a pro plan, like on the monthly fee. But essentially, Square does actually have a completely free version if you're looking to get started completely for free, which is really nice on Square. And that's why I do recommend them at the top of this list. And they do also have tools and resources specifically for grocery stores as well, as you can see here. So you can set up your inventory tracking. You can also set up the checkout system, selling, whether it be pickup orders. So you can also do grocery pickup and delivery. So you can take orders online, over the phone, in store, and in person, and then those inventory levels will then automatically track as well. Now, if you do need like team leading capabilities, paying out employees, assigning permissions and roles, that is on the Plus plan. So that is a paid plan, so do keep that in mind. And really, most of the companies here in today's video, if you really need like a full-fledged grocery store point of sale system beyond just processing basic credit cards, maybe for like a farmer's market, most of these options, if you are going to have a full brick and mortar establishment, you're going to probably need the Pro or the Plus plan, and it is going to be a monthly fee, and that is something to consider in terms of your overall cost. But honestly, it's really kind of a small French fry when you're really comparing all the different options out there in terms of the actual monthly fee. I would rather, just do keep that in mind. But if you are just a brand new beginner looking at like farmers markets and things, Square could still even be a good option for that if you don't necessarily need all the advanced plus options. Square does also have that free plan, which can essentially just do like basic credit card processing and things like that, which is just fine and all that most people would need at like a farmer's market. But again, if you have an actual brick and mortar store that you're planning on opening, or maybe you already have, then, they have the plans available for more needs that a business might need if you are scaling up your operation, or if you just have a larger operation overall with like team members and things like that. So that is something else worth keeping in mind. But Square does have options really for both types of customers, if depending on who you are watching this video, of course. So as you can see here, Square does also work with multiple locations. So if you have multiple different types of locations, you can also track inventory there, which can be super useful. You can also weigh out like marketed groceries. So weighing out things, fruits, vegetables, things that need to be weighed to give them the price. You can also do that here as well. And they really have a lot of good options when it comes to like loyalty, marketing, payroll, as well as a website. So you can take grocery orders online, which is pretty cool. So you can offer pickup orders. It does also sync with things like, Google, QuickBooks, other third-party apps. And you have the option between stands, registers, terminals, barcode scanners, just a reader. And as you can see, they do have the various different plans. They have the completely free plan. Then they also have their Plus plan. and then their custom premium plan, which that is how you get the custom credit card processing rates. You might get slightly cheaper rates depending on your overall sales volume. Again, I don't really focus too much on pricing here because, again, pricing is always subject to change, but they do have various different stages and levels for different size businesses, which I do like. And that's why Square is at the #1 spot in this video here. So yeah, definitely recommend giving Square a shot. Check them out. And they have a completely free option as well, which is really nice. And they have things specifically for grocery stores. That's why they're in this list. Moving in at #2, we have POS Nation. Now, POS Nation does also have specific grocery store retail solutions available for their point of sale hardware. So as you can see here, we cater to specialty markets, grocers with our complete point of sale solution, hardware, yada yada, you get the deal. So they service like grocery stores and markets. They also do service like liquor stores, retail stores. So, depending on what all types of products that you actually sell in your market, POS Nation could be good for you in that situation as well. They have a variety of different like testimonials from business owners. Now they are a little bit more expensive to get started with compared to Square. Neither Square or POS Nation has any kind of like long-term contracts, which is nice, and something definitely worth keeping in mind that we'll be getting into in other options later in this video. It does just depend on, your setup, your plan, and what type of deal that you strike with them. That's why I recommend, honestly, getting a demo with a lot of these different companies. Again, links are linked down below in the video description if you are interested in any of that. Checking them out, checking out their website, following along, or getting a demo. That can be a good way to get a good idea of the actual pricing that you're going to be looking at. Because, I show you some of the monthly plans, but that's honestly only a small fraction of what your overall cost would be when it comes to like payment processing fees, when it comes to the actual hardware, the point of sale hardware that you need to purchase, or maybe if you already have some that you could integrate maybe from a current solution to a new solution. So there's a lot of different sort of situations where pricing might vastly differ from person to person, even outside of just the monthly fees. But I would say just generally that POS Nation is definitely for more established businesses. You could get started on their basic plan, but that's still kind of expensive for someone just doing like farmers markets and things like that. In that case, you're probably better with something like Square. But for a full-fledged grocery store like POS Nation can be a good option. Again, for convenience stores, groceries, markets, different types of things like that. That's sort of the different types of businesses that they do service, as you can see here. So, when it comes to like inventory management, tracking things, POS Nation could be another good option. Moving in at #3, we have IT Retail. Now, IT Retail is also another option that has grocery store specific solutions. They actually completely focus on grocery stores. That's why they're high up on this list as well. They have been helping, as you can see, helping grocers worldwide for 25 plus years. So they service a variety of different types of grocery stores. When we look at the industries, it's like organic food, butcher shops, fish markets, general stores, corner stores, supermarkets. They even have halal, bodega, Asian stores, and Indian store. So if you're more of like an international type store, thrift dollar store, co-op, supermarket. So they really do cater specifically to the grocery industry. Anything that is going to be weighed and sold, that's where IT Retail kind of comes into play. And they really do focus on the small business side of things within that option. As you can see here, they have a whole POS system. I'm not going to be going into the specifics of a lot of these POS systems because a lot of them are fairly similar. When it comes to the actual like software, hardware sort of thing, you have a scanner, you have a system to press buttons. Like that side of things is fairly similar. But again, it could be worth taking a demo with any of these different options. They do have a free demo available, and see, like, compare and contrast between them. IT Retail is another good option. They do focus specifically on grocery stores. That's why they are high up on this list as well. They do also have an insights tool that you can feel free to look at. Again, they also do have inventory tracking features as well as e-commerce. So if you do want to sell online, you do also have that available too. So you could also set up like an online store setup. So yeah, recommend checking out IT Retail is another good option. Moving in at number 4, we have Toast. Now, Toast is actually primarily known for restaurants, but they do also have a sort of side business within the retail space. They've sort of carved out a small little like retail POS system business on top of their main bread and butter really is restaurant POS and servicing like full service fine dining, different types of dining and restaurant establishments. But they do also have their hardware and software available for things like grocery stores, places like grocery stores, markets. So I figured I would also include them in this list because they can also help in that situation. And this could actually be a perfect solution if maybe you are sort of a combination of both, right? Maybe you also have like a small quick service deli type of system where you're also selling sandwiches, drinks, maybe you even have a like small table service type of thing, or depending on what your sort of establishment looks like. If you do also sell any sort of food service type things, then Toast could also be actually a fantastic solution in that case, because you sort of have a combination between retail and restaurant sort of connected together, which could be a good option for you in that sort of very niche scenario. That's why they are a little lower on this list, just because most people might not necessarily need that. They are also better for businesses that are sort of at a higher level. You have like a brick and mortar store, and you do have like more of a budget to go with Toast. I would say they do also have a long-term contract as well. It's like a 2-year long-term contract. So if you're going to be going with them, I would recommend that you're probably a little bit more established. If you're less established, Square is still probably the easiest solution for most beginners. But Toast could be a really good option, again, if you are also combining things, or even if you are just a grocery store market. As you can see here, this is one from their Wagner market. The owner, integrated Toast with them for their grocery market. So Toast could still be a good option in that situation. But really, if you do also have, if you want the online ordering, the team management, marketing, POS software, hardware, inventory management, like they have all that available here within Toast. But if you're also considering having like a deli or selling any kind of food and beverage, then Toast could really be a great combination there. As you can see here, even on their example for Golden Toast, they have like alcohol, so like food, wine, beer, a bakery, a deli, pantry, prepared food. So you sort of have like a variety here that you can really enter into the Toast POS system. Again, links are linked down below in the video description if you do want to check out or get a free demo with any of the companies mentioned here in today's video. Moving on, next in this list, we have Lightspeed. Now, Lightspeed is primarily known for retail such as like apparel, health and beauty. They do also service restaurants and even golf courses of all things. But if you do decide to go or check out Lightspeed, they do have a retail service option that could be modified to be used with grocery stores, sort of like how Toast sort of modifies their system to work with grocery stores. Lightspeed could also do the same there in terms of retail. Now, I'd say that, Toast is a little bit more specialized in that capability compared to Lightspeed, but Lightspeed does have very powerful retail solutions with inventory management, multiple different locations. Again, Lightspeed is better for people that are maybe a little bit more advanced, maybe have a larger scale operation. Again, beginners, I still circle back to Square is probably best for beginners, people just getting started. But Lightspeed can be a very good solution that is highly scalable because they do deal with a lot more enterprise level clients in the Lightspeed system in terms of all the companies that do work with Lightspeed. You can also set up an e-commerce store, set up inventory management. So, Lightspeed could be a good option for a grocery store as well. Like, as you can see here, they sort of have like a beauty retail solution there. Like a natural garden, it does just depend on the type of store that you operate. But, you could set up a system. As you can see, this sort of looks like they've kind of got, I can't really tell if that's actually like maybe dog food. Maybe that's like a pet store or something. Yeah. Okay, so here you go. So you do have like sort of more of a market, a traditional market with like snacks and things like that. So, Lightspeed can work for retail as well. And it is a very scalable solution as well, which is really nice. They do also probably have the most overall level of third-party integrations with different apps. If you are going to be connecting with a lot of other different types of tools. Again, great if you're a larger scale operation, maybe even multiple locations. Lightspeed could be great for you. They do also have dedicated account managers as well. So definitely recommend checking out Lightspeed if you are a little bit more scaled up or looking to get started with a more advanced retail solution. Moving on, next in this list, we have PayPal, which is actually their Zettle program. This is PayPal for Business. And the reason why I bring up PayPal is just because a lot of people are already familiar with PayPal. You may even already have a PayPal business account for taking payments or running invoices or things like that. And one of the nice things with PayPal is because it is very, very easy to use. Honestly, even easier than Square, in my opinion. It's very simple to just take payments, get a card reader, and not have to deal with much of the hassle. It's very easy to get set up with their terminal. You can even do contactless payments on your phone. That's a new feature with their tap to pay. So this is also honestly a really great solution if you are doing like farmers markets, similar to Square, but honestly with even less headaches and things like that in terms of the software side of things. And you might even already have a PayPal business account. So it could be a really easy solution. Now, I will say with that caveat that PayPal and the Zettle program, they have the cash registers, they have the scanners, they have the things, the inventory management, the things that you might need for a basic level business in terms of point of sale. And that would be fine. Maybe if you're just like a smaller store, as you can see, this is sort of like a farm store that they have here as one of their clients. I wouldn't necessarily say that PayPal, the Zettle program, is maybe as advanced compared to some of the other companies mentioned in this list, especially when it comes to some of the more advanced POS features that some of the other companies do offer. But if you want something that's simple, you don't have to deal with all the hassle, then PayPal's POS system with the Zettle program could be a really good solution for you that can be very easy to use and honestly a good beginner solution as well. Or if you're sort of at that like small to mid size, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them for like larger scale businesses. Just frankly, because they don't necessarily have all the same software and all the same integrations that you might need with a more advanced setup. But if you just need something basic to take credit card payments, they could be the perfect solution for you, especially how easy it is, even with that contactless payment, especially for small markets, things like that. If you're just a brand new beginner, they can be pretty affordable, pretty cheap to get started with as well. Moving on, next in this list, we have Clover. Now, Clover has been around the block for a long, long time, and I figured I would also throw them in at the end of this list. They're not my personal favorite, but they do have a lot of POS solutions. They do also have long-term contracts, so that is something worth considering. But they do service, honestly, they have such a large foothold on the marketplace that they really do have a lot of experience in the POS space, and I'm sure that they could probably come together with some sort of solution for your grocery store. They don't necessarily market that directly on their website, but they do have retail POS systems, as you can see here, for retail, so you can take payments, set up the hardware, track your sales, everything that a normal POS system would be. Now, in terms of their credit card processing rates, and this is something that really goes for all of them, is it can vary a lot depending on your overall sales. So just because this looks like it might be the lowest that you've seen, it may or may not be depending on your business and the types of cards that you're going to be processing. That's just what they start at. Depending on your industry, depending on the types of products that you're selling in your market, it could vary. But again, Clover could still be a good solution for you. I'd recommend contacting their sales team. Again, links are down below in the video description if you want to check them out. Or if you want to check out any of the other companies mentioned in this list, I figured I would also just include Clover and throw them in to this list as well, because they can be a good option for some people. I would say maybe for more advanced levels, sort of that mid to large scale, and honestly, even some of the small businesses, I do see some small businesses using Clover as well. It's just maybe not as great for the micro businesses that don't want to have a long-term contract and don't want to be set up with like a monthly fee or anything like that. So for people that are like brand new beginners, I would probably stay away from Clover. But if you're at like that small mid-size, then Clover could be a good solution for you. And they do have the option for scalability and larger scale businesses as well. So guys, that pretty much rounds out this video here today of some of the best POS systems for grocery stores, grocery store POS systems. If you enjoyed this video or want to check out any of the companies mentioned here in today's video, you can go check out those links linked down below in the video description, again, some of which are affiliate links, which is a great way to help out and support the channel. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that's all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.